So today we are going to study natural resources, and in this natural resources we have to study mineral richness in the soil. You know that soil provides the medium in which plants grow. Soil storehouse of the nutrients which is necessary for the proper growth of the plants. So, how this soil is formed? Soil is formed by weathering of the rocks. So, outermost layer of the soil, outermost layer of the earth is called as the earth crust. Earth crust. This is outermost layer of the soil of the earth is called as the earth crust. This earth crust is rich in minerals. These minerals provide mineral nutrients to the living organs of the earth. These minerals may not be available to the plant if they remain bound in the huge rocks. So, it is necessary to break a big piece of the rock into smaller mineral particles. So, the process by which a big rocks are broken down into smaller mineral particles is called as the weathering. So, soil is formed by the weathering of the rocks. So, what is the weathering? The question is, what is weathering? What is weathering? So, weathering. So, what is weathering? The process by which big rocks are broken down into smaller mineral particles. The process by which big rocks are broken down into smaller mineral particles is called weathering of rocks. So, what are the processes by which the weathering of rocks takes place? So, three processes which bring about the weathering of rocks. These processes are processes which bring about the weathering of rocks. These processes are physical, chemical, and biological. The processes, physical process, chemical process, and the biological process. If we study sense of the weathering, we can also say that a physical weathering, chemical weathering, and the biological weathering. So there are three ways by which the soil formation takes place or the weathering of rock takes place. So we have to study the what are the factors that makes the soil. So one is the heat or the sun, water, wind, and living organisms. So the factors are the processes. Number one, we can study that is factors, that is the sun. First is the sun. It is better to write the sun. Sun is an important factor. So, due to the action of the sun, during daytime, the rocks expand, and during night time, since temperature goes down, as a result, the rocks contracts. So, continuous contraction and expansion of the rocks bring about the breaking of the rocks. Crevasses are formed in the rocks. So, due to action of sun, what happens? Due to the contraction, daytime, what happens? Expansion. Due to the daytime, due to action of the sun, these rocks expand. So this is the daytime expansion, and night, that is contraction. So these contraction and the expansion, contraction, expansion, contraction, and expansion, these causes the formation of the crevasses into the rocks. As a result, a big rock, in the big rock, many crevasses are formed. So this is the important effect of the sun. So you know that this process of the soil formation, it is a very long process that takes place hundred, thousands, or millions of years. Uh, Millions of years for the formation of the soil. So we studied about the sun. So this bring about the contraction and the expansion and the contraction daytime due to action of the sun. This mineral rocks expands, and night time as temperature reduces. So this contact due to contraction and expansion, some crevasses are formed in the rocks. And what is the effect of the water? Water also plays an important role. Water. This water causes are the help in the breaking of rocks in the three ways, or it causes the three types of the effect. One is wetting and drying, wetting and drying, and second frost action, frost action, and third is abrasion. By these ways, water help in the breaking of the rocks. You know that the crevices are filled with the water. Crevices are filled with the water, and these water during the night time when temperature reduces converted into the ice, and if it is converted into the ice, this volume increases. As a result, the deepness and wideness of the crevices increases. So in this way, more breaking of the rocks takes place, and as the crevices wet and the depth of the crevices increases. So inside water causes three types of the effect. One is the wetting and the drying, frost action, and other is the abrasion. And next one is the wind. Third, wind. So wind also help in this process, and so strong winds erode the rock surface. Next, third one, wind. That wind erodes, strong winds. Strong winds erodes erode erode rock surfaces by rubbing, by rubbing and striking. By these processes, wind help in the soil formation. And next important factor is that is the living organism. Living organisms. In this living organisms, one is the lichens and mosses, that is the bryophyte. Bryophyte play a very important role in the soil formation. Lichens which grow on the surfaces. These lichens releases certain substances in the rocks and which form a thin layer of the soil or extremely thin layer of the soil on the surface. Actually, there are the three type of lichens and which grows. One is crustose lichens which make the crust-like structure. Then porous lichen that covers the rocks and other diaphoreticose lichens. Three type of the lichens are there and which ultimately grow on the surface. So they secretes certain substances which bring about the breaking of the rocks into the minerals. So in this way, lichens form a extremely thin layer of the soil, and in due course of the time, these are they replaced by the bryophytes. Till that time, uh, lichens also under the humus and bryophyte also. So till that time, the depth of the crevices also increases, and later some other plants invades, and in this way soil is formed. Thank you. That's for today.